see that? You see that shit? Yeah, we hitting the gym.
Just saying.
You can see some definition of the triceps on the bottom. Yeah, we're getting there.
I have a tattoo.
I have a tattoo too, see?
Which one's better?
Oh my god.
Tell us in the comments which one's better.
There's like almost a full quarter sleeve.
Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm Ian. And we're back with more Injustice. Oh, back, baby!
I'm back, baby!
So for you guys,
you couldn't keep me away for long.
For you
I'm
guys,
like the plague.
It hasn't been that long since Shush Sammy.
I'm coming into your homes.
Anyway,
unwanted.
It's been a while since we've been able to record. But last episode, Jacob, what happened? Zatanna, Dr. Fate, and
Zatanna.
Uh-huh.
He got
No.
By a god.
Zatanna is the daughter. Giovanni Zatara is the father.
Zatara became God.
Well, he became Dr. Fate.
Yes, but like an OP Dr. Fate because he's an actual wizard.
Well, not an OP Dr. Fate, just a Dr. Fate who's more powerful than he was as Calder and or Wally. OP Dr. Fate is if Nobu didn't need a vessel and was just him. But yeah, so
that's in this episode.
Woo! Claire and the other sorcerers, they split the universe into two separate versions with the young adults, or the kids on the one end and the adults on the other. Two different reactions to that. The kids were banding together while the adults were starting riots.
And then we had the was it last episode, or was it the episode before last where we had the Beowulf sword saga?
Yes, with secrets with Greta. Well,
I remember it was Bond's voice actor, but what was his name? What did he call himself? Anger?
He called himself
Vengeance. It was something really edgy.
Really was. Harm. Harm feels no.
Oh my god! I was like, whoa.
This is almost like my D&D character.
It's my D&D character.
Yeah. Jacob specializes in edgy for some particular reason. But yeah, that doesn't matter because we're just talking about last episode. That was, funnily enough, that was all a distraction
for Light making the move.
Yeah, we had a Sportsmaster and Riddler stealing the suitcase with the piece of the
starfish.
Yeah, that was back in the episode with Aqualad.
Yep.
Down in Atlantis. So who knows where that's going to be leading to? I do. It's a typical teenage voice.
Wally.
Hey, sweet 16. That's right. It's my birthday. Arms are better. Got my cast off too. And it's snowing. Cool.
Happy birthday, Wally.
Oh, my favorite breakfast.
Why did you make
heaping piles of everything. Thanks, Mom.
Oh, he does have to eat a lot.
Yeah.
You know, if you ever come up for air, I can take you to the DMV to get your driver's license after school. This weather will be a good proving ground.
It's Steve Bloom.
Not really in a big rush to drive.
I never knew.
You know.
The following schools have declared today a snow day. Dubuque Elementary, Spizak Junior High, Central City High, Keystone High.
Oh, yes! Good life get any so sweeter.
Woo!
Oh.
Oopsie.
That looks like straight out of an anime. Like, that's not real.
What?
That's not real.
You've not seen a whole lot of comics.
That's not real.
Be a tragedy if I missed my own.
Surprise!
What? Oh, you guys, you shouldn't have.
Right. Not like you've been hinting for days or anything.
We made 2 cakes.
Awesome. What'll you guys eat?
We'll split the cupcake.
If I tell you my wish, it won't come true. But if you guess... Nope. Guess again.
Oh.
Happy birthday.
Get wrecked.
You getting warmer, babe. But I can make you warmer still.
He is the only one who doesn't know.
Then please, allow me.
Oh, man!
Attention team, the League's orbiting headquarters is not weaponized. And with both Green Lanterns off-world, I need all hands on deck.
Does that mean what I think it means? The League and the team fighting side by side?
Whoa, really? Now that's a birthday wish come true.
Superboy, use the supercycle to rendezvous with the Batplane at Ice Fortress 1. Other Leaguers will deal with Fortresses 4 and 5. Sending all coordinates now.
Batman? I think you skipped...
Kid Flash, a young girl in Seattle is in desperate need of a heart transplant. With all conventional air traffic grounded by the storm, you'll need to pick up the donor heart in Boston and run it 3,000 miles across country.
No! He can't seriously expect me to skip the first ever League team-up. Who is this girl?
Does it matter?
No, of course not.
Man.
It does suck, but
Yeah, that
also
Law enforcement
sucks.
across the country has been alerted to your mission and is clearing your route.
He literally has to go across the entire United States.
Yep.
Lucky stiffs.
But this might be the character development for Wally that I've been waiting for. I thought he was gonna do it before, during the whole tragedy, but this might be it. This might be it.
Everybody has
Their own.
they don't go to all at once.
Too late.
You have 4 hours to deliver the heart before it's no longer viable. Is that clear?
As crystal, babe.
Then go.
Guess asking for her number's pointless.
He's gonna get distracted.
Yeah, at least we get to see this stuff. Yeah. Oh, Batman and Robin working together. Aqualad and Aquaman. Yeah.
Oh, come on! Robin and Aqualad with Batman, Aquaman, and Flash?
He's due past here any minute.
Lovely.
Oh.
Now all I have to do is get his attention. Any ideas?
This isn't even like a minor villain. This is the guy!
What?
What do you mean? This is the guy!
Oh, that hurt.
And he's gonna have to deal with it without losing the heart.
What was that?
Who cares?
What was that?
Keep running. Do not turn around. No! You're dead. Oh god, no. Stop.
Get out of here!
Stop it.
I'll handle
Stop it.
You'll handle me? Little hero, do you really think you have what it takes to survive Vandal Savage?
Oh. Yo.
Oh my god. This is the guy. Oh, that's pretty good. Run.
Yes.
No.
Oh god.
But I suppose I must settle for making him miserable by killing his brat sidekick instead.
He's so cool, but
I know.
I'm not trying to like him. This is a problem, though.
What do you mean?
Kinda bashing my head into a brick wall here.
So I'm pretty
Needing
sure
an
this guy
approach.
can take on multiple members of the actual league.
Well, you're truly running circles around me. How will I cope?
He almost just
Not
grabbed
moving
him
so
right
great
out.
now, is he? What am I doing?
It should suffice.
He put a tracker on him in that one instant that he hit him.
That was just a regular old stopwatch. Checking how much time passed.
15 minutes on Savage.
He's lucky he made it out of that, man. Like,
Well,
what?
Dude, Vandal. I'll go. Hey. Look at my girl go. Look at my girl go. And Katana.
Katana.
And they'd be lucky Fate wasn't there. Although she probably
Oh my god. He just threw one of those glowing swords through the thing. It's like, haha, I'm Fate. Sliding in right on time.
I made it. I'm here.
I'm sorry. You're too late.
What do you mean too late? He still has time left.
No! Look, I've got almost 20 minutes to spare.
I know, but she passed away 12 minutes ago.
12 minutes?
Please, don't blame yourself. I'm sure you got here as fast as you could.
That's not actually a real doctor. Oh my... I will.
The fight took 15.
Kid Flash, we've been waiting for you. Where is the Queen's heart?
Wait, the girl's dead, so now the heart's going to a queen?
The girl is the Queen. Queen Perdita of Vlatova, age 10. And she's not dead, but she is running out of time.
I've been conned.
There. Get him.
No! We'll take the high road.
No!
That
Vertigo?
Was familiar.
God!
Count Vertigo.
Dang!
Now it all makes sense. Queen Perdita stands between her Uncle Vertigo and the Vladovan crown. You were defeated with the rest of the Injustice League. How come you're not in Belrev prison with your putrid pals?
As a member of the Vladovan royal family, I have immunity diplomatique. As long as no crimes against Vladova can be proven against me.
But when the Queen needed a heart, Count Heartless heard opportunity knock.
Shall we see if I can kill two hearts with one blow?
Take your best shot. Yes!
Enough!
There you go.
Tell me there's still time. Take it! Go!
Right. Transplant team to OR2, stat!
Ugh, Jesus.
Oh my god.
He just broke through that glass and then took a lot of blows earlier. He's wrecked.
Despite the best efforts of Kid Flash and a team of transplant surgeons, young Queen Perdita of Vlatova died on the operating table at Seattle Medical Center.
Oh my god.
Count Vertigo.
That's King Vertigo to you, peasant.
So you all still deserve credit for attempted murder.
It's called regicide.
It's called... You're busted, jerkface! I believe you know Queen Perdita.
No. It's called regicide.
Count Werner Vertigo.
No!
Send this clown to Bel Rev.
Well played, children. Admittedly, well played.
That sword is an heirloom belonging to my country, not to the Count. I would be pleased for you to have it as a reward or as a souvenir.
And here's the king's royal lunch.
The League destroyed the 5 ice fortresses, but failed to capture whomever was behind them.
The sword was cool, but this just seemed like the right souvenir for the right mission.
Dude, I just heard. You saved an entire country. Major kudos.
What can I say? I'm the man. The man who finally figured out that the sweetest birthday present a lucky stiff like me could ever get was seeing that little girl smile.
Boy!
Character development.
Your first time seeing Mr. Vandal Savage in action, too.
I was horrified that Wally was just dead. Like, there was no...
Let me just
that this was the end. That they were building all of this up so Wally could actually die.
Yeah. Sure, in the midway portion of the episode.
It's like, oh, Wally had this issue with, like, his girlfriend, who he felt like he had a crush
felt like
on.
He had a,
he
had a crush on her. He just felt like...
And then they put all this little character development, kind of like an anime, you know. In an anime, you get all this character development right before the character dies. So I was like, Wally's just dead. There's he's gone.
Well, this is
because when I was like, a voice said, "Well, now I could," or "Someone's coming," or whatever. He said some like one-liner.
Yeah. Well, I think he just like wonderful or something.
Yeah, he said something like that, and I was like, oh, like a regular villain's gonna be there. It's the guy. This is the main villain of the entire show.
Possibly just the season. Just saying. I will say, though, I'd like to point out his plan there and his goal merely to distract Wally. He literally was toying with him the entire time.
Well, I mean, he came alone in a snowstorm to face actual Flash.
But if you recall also what he said, he wanted a rematch with the Flash.
Yeah. He said
he's gone against the Flash.
Yeah, he was like, there's going to be a reckoning.
Yeah, I'll just kill his putrid sidekick instead. So, yeah, man. So, the voice actor is real good, too.
Savage. He's so cool, man. I love every bit of him.
He's like so calm, collected, and just he oozes.
He has this like badass suaveness about it. Like he's classy enough.
Yeah, he has a version of charisma about him that just kind of like emanates, and also it gets to the point of he comes off as terrifying.
And the scars across his face and everything.
I love it too because like for those that may not know who he is, you know sometimes in shows they tell you before meeting a person like he is the best, the worst guy to ever deal with. He's the biggest of the bad. They literally said nothing about this guy.
The only thing
he stands there, he speaks, and then he acts. Before the acting though, you get an air of like
yeah. The only thing that I actually know about the guy is that he is like the leader of the light. That's it.
Oh no.
And that he's immortal.
And he has an element of heightened strength.
Yeah.
As you might have.
And reaction speed.
He has a decent. I mean,
the guy almost moving at the speed of sound and around in circles, and he's just like.
I think what it has it comes to. Well, they showed him like really like he dug in it like a turn and then like shot forward.
Literally pivoted and like
shot forward.
To
it. I think it has a lot to do with like his countless years of living, and he's been able to like figure out timing and everything, and he's dealt with the Flash, so I mean obviously I don't think he's won against the Flash at all, but like the fact that he's like I'm gonna come back and fight the Flash. Even though he wasn't really there for the Flash, he was there to distract Wally. Still, it's just like the fact that he's just so confident in his chances against the speedster. Even though I'm pretty sure it's known that Wally, that Kid Flash at least, isn't as fast as the Flash.
They've mentioned it.
I know that the team knows, but I don't know if like people
common knowledge.
Yeah, I don't know if it's common knowledge. So, but either way, it was so I was waiting whenever it showed the people. I knew exactly what scene it was. I'm like, oh, here it comes. It's like, he should be here any time now. It's perfect, or whatever he had said. It's like, as soon as I heard that, my eyes were like darting back and forth. I saw like the small image of him with his cloak billowing. Yeah. And I was like, I know who he is, but let's see if Jacob recognizes if he doesn't yet. He will.
As soon as it zoomed in, I was like,
as soon as it zoomed in, then I shot back and I saw your face. It was like.
Oh my god! Because it's like you saw at the beginning, like when they're fighting. Oh, they fought like a robot guy.
Yeah.
Okay, that's like this is the guy.
This is the guy.
This isn't Joker. This isn't Poison Ivy. This is the guy.
This is one of the dudes that you really should be weary of. But
Wally's like, yeah, I got
there were so many moments I was like. I was waiting to see her reaction for was one of them being when he gets to the hospital and they tell him that he's too late and said that she just died 12 minutes ago.
I was completely caught off.
I know.
By that. I was like,
yeah, like she just like. I mean,
oh my god!
The thing is with these kind of things, it's.
But we didn't know who. I didn't know who it was.
Right. But I'm just saying, like with those kind of things, you don't. It's not always gonna be like strict to schedule. Like you have about this amount of time, so there's not like. Okay, so then I still have time to get to her. Like, it's a sensitive situation. She can honestly go anytime. This is like the best / the average. I get they probably went for average time what she would probably have. Yeah. Because they didn't want to go for the best case and give him too much time and then he'd get there too late. So yeah, it wasn't like a jump that she had died like 20 minutes, or when he still had 20 minutes to go. Yeah. And what made it worse is obviously Vandal probably called that. He's like, okay, he took 50 minutes to fight me, so just keep that in mind. Yeah, I gotcha. So she died 12 minutes ago. Yeah. You could just see it, just
in his face,
crush him. He's like 12 minutes.
And then whenever he said like, you did everything you could to get here on time, and he was just like,
I didn't. I fecked up real hard.
I literally stopped to fight this guy that I didn't need to.
The worst. Like you didn't allow, but like your decision led to a little girl dying. It's just like, ugh.
And then he finds out it wasn't just a little girl. Yeah. This is the queen.
This is the queen who also is putting count. She's the one that's keeping count from ruling a country. Yeah. But I love that not knowing like who she was, it was still important to Wally, which is good. Which is it's funny though, like how it started, because in the very beginning he's like, "Who's this girl? Why is this so important? Why do I have to deliver the heart?" And he's like, and Batman, and by the end, matter. Yeah. And he's like, I have to get to her right now.
By the end of it, he's like, it didn't matter who it was.
Yeah. It was so good, especially when at the end he's like, the most important thing a birthday gift that someone like me could get is seeing that little girl smile. I was like, yeah, boy. Yeah, it is. I love it.
He's turned a new leaf, a new chapter.
Well, he's growing because he's a kid still. So I mean, like,
he's not a kid. He's a man.
He's a kid still.
He's 16.
So like, he's learning, but like that was a good jump for him.
Kid Flash. What I want to say, man Flash.
So dumb. One thing I want to bring up is you seem to have issues. I understand the issue you have with it, but you seem to have issue with whenever a character has feelings for multiple different characters, for multiple different people.
Would I?
Especially when they're not together with somebody.
Would I? Huh? Would I have problems with that?
No, I said I'm pointing out that you have problem with that. I understand, because it is frustrating. It's like, but you have somebody, but it's like you can't control your emotions and who you're attracted to all the time. Like they're not actually, and again, they're still trying to keep their feelings from each other
separated
from themselves. They're like trying to hide it from themselves, like a lot. It's come out every now and then, and especially in therapy and during the 16th episode.
Kids, learn.
Oh boy.
Learn what is inside of your soul.
Yeah, and at teenage years, yeah.
Figure yourself out before you make decisions.
Well,
like Wally.
No, here's the thing.
Impulsively calling a woman babe 8 times in a conversation in front of her boyfriend because he's dense.
Because super dense. But that's him being dense. That's a little different.
Learn.
I love it though, because Connor's like, he doesn't care. He knows. He's like,
Connor's like, Megan's not gonna ever.
Yeah, she's not. She's like, Connor's not. Megan's not like that. So yeah. Whatever. And he knows her. They know each other so well. It's great. I love it. I love their relationship, and I love Megan still. She's
But
she's
the thing
nice.
is I like Wally and Artemis' relationship because they fit well.
They do, and they don't. That's why they do.
It's because Wally's like chaotic, and Artemis knows how to rein it in.
She's also chaotic.
She's also chaotic.
Which is what reigns him in.
Yeah.
I get it. I understand. I want them together, but it's just like they're young teenagers. The hormones are going everywhere. They're going to like some other people. Like, again, we saw a couple episodes ago, Artemis was pissed that Megan and Connor were Superboy when she found that out. So I mean, it happens. Even though you're not like maybe you don't know you like somebody, and then you find out that they're suddenly with somebody, a sudden just burst of jealousy will just shoot up, and you're in a mood. So it happens. But Wally,
I don't experience
Wally, I don't know this.
I have never.
I'm not moody.
What? Me.
But I do love that Wally was a little more like, oh man, and then he was just kind of a goofball. After that. Again, initially, it was kind of a bummer that Wally couldn't fight with the League.
But I thought it was really cool that it was Artemis that told him.
Yeah. Oh, that was so funny.
That was perfect.
That was so
I was
funny.
like, this is the perfect opportunity.
Well, no,
she gets to troll him one last time, and it brings them closer together.
Maybe.
Look, if one option's off the table.
No. Right. But again, they have to allow themselves to not hate each other, I guess, because there's still that like barrier of like, I have to hate this person, I just have to. out of
there's no reason.
Exactly. But that's just like out of what's the word? Spite, I guess. I don't know. They're intentional to like be antagonistic towards each other.
Like,
glares.
I don't like having lens flares.
I don't like having glares either, but unfortunately, there are glasses that are like glare resistant, where it's not as prominent. So, but now you're blind.
I'm alright. I just like everything's blurry on the TV.
When we watch the show, we'll have to put them
back on. I'm gonna put them back on. But
that's fair.
For our interview, neither of us need to see.
I mean, I can see actually pretty well. It was in the beginning a bummer whenever Wally wasn't able to fight with the League, because that would have been pretty cool. But it's good that because we were still able to see the team and the League fight together, which was awesome. Because we still got to see little glimpses of them while still pertaining to Wally's story. Like the League and the team thing were kind of just like little spots here and there to show like the action parts going on.
Wally's like, oh come on, man.
He's like, Batman and Robin, Aqualad and Aquaman. Come on, Flash is even there. What's going on here?
What's wrong with this picture?
What I think is funny is it was apparently they had stealth attire on.
Yeah.
And they're just charging in.
Yeah, they're just rushing in.
Yeah, but it looks cool, so I mean, like you can't. It does make it maybe harder for them to hit, maybe. No?
I mean,
possibly they blend in with the snow.
A white suit, everything's white around you.
A lot of things are white, yeah. But I love it was those moments, even though those small moments, those were cool too. Just seeing like Batman and Robin working together, seeing Aqualad like pulling up the freaking metal panel to use it as a shield, and Aqualad was able to rush up behind, get some protection, jump off of Aquaman, and attack. It's just like, bro.
Yet.
And then Wally.
Superman still.
Wally wasn't. Or yeah, Superman
still denying his responsibilities.
Yeah, Superboy was with Black Canary.
Yeah.
He's like, who's my partner? Is my
a dog and Black Canary.
It is kind of is their dead mother.
I mean,
it's pretty hard.
Black Canary's trained with him.
Yeah. She's their dead mother. She's the one that's been training him to fight not specifically, but like she's training them all. But I feel like he's benefiting it from the most.
Well, yeah,
he kind of is able to like
the strongest.
Refine all that. Also able to like harness his anger and also discipline it, so it's not like always just. Yeah, it's just not just like
plus Black
angry teen.
Black Canary knows a lot about Superman's power, so she knows what to look for when.
She has enough. Yeah, and then from what has like shown so far in his powers, like the super strength, though not as potent. It's there. He has retina. Infrared vision instead of X-ray. He doesn't have all the visions that Superman has, and he can jump really high, so that's helpful. He can't fly, so she knows he has limitations so far, but yeah, she's able to help him. She's got that freaking awesome canary cry that can just break things.
Yeah, that shattered. We don't know what metal that was, but it was at least steel.
Yeah. Dude, she's awesome. And Wolf. Wolf was obviously there. Wolf and Spear with the awesome fly cycle and just the guns on it.
Wolf chewing through metal.
Chewing through these metal cables. Yeah. Not one metal cable, a bunch clumped together. Yeah. That boy's got some jaws on him. But yeah, I love also like the what they do with the show because of the fact that Wally's his powers aren't as strong as the Flash as Barry's, his speed healing isn't as heightened. So like they broke his arm in episode 14, I believe. The episode where the Injustice League were revealed.
Because that was whenever, it was Black Adam that broke his arm, right?
Yes and no. Like he backhanded him real good, and he just bashed into a tree after
Because
that.
he got stopped by Vertigo, and then he just got backhanded.
Yeah, he got backhanded, and he slammed it into a tree, which is what broke his arm.
Yeah.
And that was episode 14, and it just now is like, my cast is off. Heck yeah, dude.
I'm good to go.
So I thought that was kind of cool.
The world is ended.
I just kind of like that how they have had that until this point. I don't remember the time span between those two different episodes, but I just like that. Like it's probably still faster than most people's arms would heal.
Yeah.
But it was just still a lengthy amount of time, and they actually kept that little bit in there the whole time until now. Let's see. What I think is ridiculous for me is because you probably don't know who Steve Bloom is.
No.
He's a very prominent voice actor for a few shows. And as many times as I've seen this, it's never just hit me like, hey yo, I think that's Steve Bloom, the guy that's voicing Wally's dad. I was like, hold up, wait a second, that's Steve Bloom.
What else did he play in?
Did you watch Cowboy Bebop?
I saw part of it.
Okay. I haven't seen it myself, but he's the character's Spike Spiegel, I think his name is.
Steve Bloom.
Steve Bloom. He was in Avatar, I think. Maybe not. I don't know. He's been in a lot of anime.
61 years old. Oh, I do know Tank Dempsey.
Who's that?
He's one of the guys from the original Black Ops Zombies.
Okay. Yeah, like I said, he's in some video games too. But regardless, it was a small part. He does some extra work too as well. But like this whole time I've never just caught his voice. Because he has a very distinct voice, kind of like Nolan North does.
Yeah.
But anyway, not a huge deal. I just thought it was funny. It's like, wow, as many times as I've seen this freaking show, I just now caught that. So, who's that? Who's he?
He was Orochimaru in Naruto.
Oh,
the weird,
never seen it.
Pale snake guy.
Okay. What I think it's interesting to keep in mind is that he started in Boston, correct? I always forget where they're starting. Are they in Boston or are they in Seattle?
They started in Boston.
Okay, so they're from Boston to Seattle.
Yeah, he was from wherever he was at. He had to run to Boston and then go to Seattle.
Oh, right. Well, either way, he went from between those two places. He went that distance within 4 hours. Less than, actually, but still. It would have taken him 4.5, give or take. Because he did use 15 minutes to fight Vandal.
Let's do some calculations, shall we? He's going 750 miles an hour.
Yeah, brother. Yes, he is. Constantly. That's 4 hours of running, by the way. Not just the fact that he ran that distance and that fast. He ran for 4 hours. His body's gonna kill him the next day.
Wow. Yeah, he was going 750 miles an hour. It's the speed of... Well, he was going faster than that because he got there early.
Yeah, he got there about 3.5 hours, give or take.
The speed of sound is 767 miles an hour, so he was breaking the sound barrier.
Yeah, he was pushing himself too, so... Yeah, man, I mean, his body's gonna be wrecked. Like, one, fuck Vandal, that alone would have made him... He's gonna make him sore.
Yeah.
Crashing through the window's gonna hurt a bit. Finally, and he just got his cast off, but he's gonna be super sore.
And he's gonna be a little delirious because he got hit by Vertigo.
Twice.
Yeah.
For first time a decently extended amount of time. So it was like just. Can we just keep doing this while you're laying there?
Yeah. I'm gonna keep staring at you.
Yeah. But yeah, 3.5 hours of straight running just sounds like.
God.
Yeah, and fighting. So yeah, that Queen Perdita of Vlatava, she's the queen of Vlatava, and was apparently the niece of the one Count Vertigo.
Yes.
So
dear old uncle.
Yeah, dear old uncle. I was like, yeah, let me kill my niece so that I can be king.
It's a King Vertigo to you, peasant.
Yeah, what a little pompous prick. After his niece is proclaimed dead. Whenever that was waiting, it was like, okay, it's gonna happen. I see the brisket going to the oven. I know it's coming up in a few seconds. There it is. And then as soon as even through their efforts, King Perdita, she died on the operating table. I'm like, looking at Jacob, and you're just,
because I was like,
yeah, and like, I had to hold a somber face. I was like, poor Jacob.
Poor Jacob.
But yeah, those little moments are always interesting to see people's reaction to see whether they buy it or not. And just because like thinking it to be true is kind of a sad moment. But yeah, it was all just a plan due to Wally's genius, and it was like, hey, we need to get rid of his immunity diplomatic. And they did. They were just he's a big old dum dum.
He said it like that.
It
pissed me off so much each time he said it. Immunity diplomatic.
It's because it's their language, bruh.
No, it's not.
Their language.
They're just dumb.
No, because
that's just stupid.
You shut your mouth. Perdita's not dumb. She said
she's
it too.
A child. She's
said
dumb.
All right, listen. She's a queen. She's had to have extensive teaching. No. See the way she spoke. She was just so regal. And
yes, you can have that sword.
Well, before she's like
trash.
She's like, Count Vertigo, you have been stripped of your immunity diplomatic.
I figured she said it just to like spite him.
Well, I think that's just how they say it because of the language. Because like in Spanish, like certain word placements are reversed.
But they don't do that in English.
Well, maybe that's how they say it in their language. So you don't know. You don't know how Vladimir
I would like
speaks.
burger big, please.
I do like though, even though technically speaking, he could have just taken both. But I understand. I appreciate his stand on this. The fact that he took the container that held the heart instead of the sword. I do like that choice. I just want to point that out.
Sweet.
That's how it was.
I wanted him to have a blade.
I know you did. He's like,
if
he can move fast and spin his arms.
Literally, if you're moving at the speed of sound and you swing,
yeah.
Death. That's
true. What was entertaining and satisfying was when they were when they showed us for a moment at Bell Rev, showing the guys serve Vertigo and just like the royal lunch for the king, and just and splatters all over him. And he's just like, I would have been your king, boy. I would have been your king. But yeah, we saw Hugo.
Oh, yeah, the other light boy.
Yeah, cover him for the freaking. It's impossible.
It's impossible.
They were here the whole time.
They never left. It was aliens.
Batman. You know Batman. You know Batman's just like, this son of. I know he's bad. I know it.
I've researched it a million times.
You know how many times this guy has been bad in shows? Come on.
But I can't.
I can't do anything yet. Just you wait. I'm Batman. I will find a way. Yeah, that is it for this week's episode of Young Justice, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. Sorry for the extensive convo. Distraction sometimes. If you want to see next week's episode early, Patreon.
I'm not sorry.
Also, Promise Neverland. Hopefully, I'll do my best.
Do you wish for
subscribe if you want to stick around with that.